Alin lang, sir. Hindi pa maglalag.
I-live mo na ha. Paki-live na rin.
Odds mo. Your computer sound.
Diba?
Share computer sound.
Wait. Wait lang po, wait lang.
Walang kaya. Ang pusa ka, ang ginawa mo sa mga tao ko.
اتحاد وإماراتنا عشت لشعب دينه الإسلام هديه القرآن حصلتك بسم الله يا وطن بلادي 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 نعمل نخلص مهما عشنا نخلص دام الأمان وعاش العلم يا إماراتنا رمز العروبة كلنا نفديكي بالدماء نرويكي نفديك بالأرواح يا وطن.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Good afternoon po sa inyong lahat. Good afternoon po.
Good
Afternoon.
Good afternoon po. We are in full force po today dahil meron po tayong mga natatanging panauhin, especially sa araw na to, pangalawang webinar natin, and we are being joined by our founding president, past president, and of course the national PICE national president Suero. So before we will start, magbibigay lang po ng konting words of encouragement ang ating Pangulo ngayon sa PICE National. Let's all welcome Pres Suero po.
Ayan.
Kami lang po papalakpak.
Thank you, Pres. No? So, hello everyone. So, a wonderful afternoon ba? No? Afternoon to all our members here in PICE UAE chapter. So, I'm really very grateful of your invitation to be with you this afternoon, especially to your president, si Engineer Jeremy Diola. And of course, to all the past presidents who are here with us, and to all the current officers and directors of the chapter. So, on behalf of the PICE National Board of Directors, I would like to really express our thanks and would like to welcome you all to this Zoom webinar that you are conducting this afternoon. So, I'd like to thank your resource speaker, si Engineer Jeffrey Lensob, for your time and for your sharing to the PICE, your knowledge and the learnings that you can give to them. So, my colleagues, we are always talking about new normal, di ba? Dito sa Philippines, yan yung very popular word ngayon. And in PICE, so sinasabi ko nga, we believe that online learnings, such as this webinar, is the best way to convey our CPD programs, the CPD programs of our organization. And in PICE, now, our concern really is that the safety, the health, and protection of everyone. Kaya we would really embrace this new normal, which is also very, very helpful to us, because now, just like now, we can join you in your activities, in your webinar sessions, even in your meetings, if you will invite us. No, it's like that. So it's really bridging the gap or the distance between the PICE national and the chapters, and of course among ourselves. No, so that's what is great of this new normal. Nevertheless, these web-based seminars or conferences, no, just like this, and in our future technical conferences, these are already in the pipeline. So what's out of it? And don't worry, PIC will not really stop serving you in providing your CPD needs. And of course, your other concerns. No? So my colleagues, all sectors in our society have been really affected by this COVID-19 pandemic. No? And more so now that we are going into the said yung new normal. No? So as everybody's telling everybody, kaya yun yung word eh. So challenges and concerns really continually confronted us as we ease the level of yung mga quarantine na sinasabi here in the country, ewan dyan sa inyo. But we should readily respond to these challenges. So every day of our lives really is a challenge, and challenge for us to improve, to grow, and to pursue the best as we can, despite of what is happening now globally. No? Diyan, lahat, US, lahat, no? This pandemic that really devastated us all. But we remain strong as a person, as a professional, united as one, as an organization for the future and the interests of the common good of our loved ones, our families, our colleagues, and our communities. But as a chapter, I know you are doing your best always. My congratulations for all your hardships and sacrifices for your chapter. And this year, remember, in PICE National that we have our 4 target areas, no, of concern, specifically membership, organizational growth, professional development, and community involvement or enrichment. So dun sa membership, you know, now we are having our membership information upgrading campaign. No? That is for our membership portal. Yun kasi so that we can already have a running portal that all our members would register, and that so that we can easily contact you all and we can also serve you better. Kaya I really encourage everyone, all our members, to really register, no, to that portal so that we can really serve you better in the future. So to all our members, no, officers and directors, I enjoin you all to always strive for the best of your chapter, the best of your life. We should unceasingly come together as one, make a steady upward growth to our lives and to the PICE, and achieve our personal and our organization's goals and objectives. Because, you know, as engineers, we should always be globally competitive. Kaya yung CPD programs natin. And we build not only infrastructures, but also better lives for our families, better lives for ourselves, for our communities. Yun yung vision and mission talaga natin, no? For our country. And before I end, no, I wish you a healthy, a holy, and a happy life today and every day. So as I've been saying, I should say then, always be proud to be a Filipino civil engineer. Mabuhay tayong lahat. Mabuhay ang PICE. Salamat sa invitation. Thank you very much. And
Thank you po.
of course, I would like to greet all the fathers. Happy Father's Day pala sa Sunday. No? Even you're not
Advance
here
din po.
tomorrow with your families, but Happy Father's Day to all. No? So thank you very much and good
Thank you so much
afternoon.
po.
Good
Good
afternoon.
afternoon po, sir.
Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, sir.
Thank you po. Maraming salamat po, sir.
Yeah.
Next hour, kahit ano, meron po tayong susunod na magsasalita. Sir Ro, maraming salamat po ulit. Maraming salamat po. Opo. God bless you po. Stay safe and God bless us.
God
Opo.
bless us all. God bless us all.
Opo. The next visitor we have is our founding president, not no other than Engineer Melchor Peralta. Please, magsasalita po din siya kahit pa paano. To give us a short greetings.
Dapat talaga.
Sir, Sir Mike, paki-on yung ano niya.
Okay, good afternoon. Maraming salamat, press, and to our national president. Good afternoon, sir. And of course, thank you for inviting me for this second webinar of the PICE UAE. Well, as our national president said, nasabi na niya na lahat, but what I can tell you is first, stay safe because dito still yung mga ano is still increasing, and hopefully there as well you have to stay safe. And of course, my advice is for you to keep in touch with us always who are here in the Philippines, and for those who wants to go home o yung mga pauwi pa lang, always keep in touch with us para naman makatulong kami in case na may mga uuwi, lalo na sa work. Ganon. Of course, our national board of directors also can help us with that. And not only that, all the members. Kaya sabi ni Sir kanina, yung membership napaka-importante para yung connection to each and every civil engineers for us, mas madali, mas makakatulong yung ating mga kapatid or ka-members. And again, I will, maalam ko marami pa magsasalita, not to take much of your time. Please stay safe, and also to continue this webinar always, or attend also the every, ano ba yun, sir, yung katapos lang, well,
Yung ano po, design manager.
we learn something about it. Makakatulong sa atin yun. Always keep in touch with our PICE national webinars at saka yung doon sa group para sa information. Dissemination of information is very important. Lalo na yung mga pauwi. Gusto nang umuwi, makakatulong sila. I can assure that. Thank you. And
thank you so much, sir. Thank you po. Thank you po. We will start sa mga past president po. Maraming salamat po sa pag-ano nyo rito. So, hindi namin po ito patatagalin. So, I would like to ask our...
Excuse me.
Sige po.
Can everyone pakita? Para makita naman yung mukha.
Opo, pakita natin yung mga mukha natin. Sige.
You know, please.
Turn on po yung mga ano natin. Sige. Turn on na ano, yung video pa, yung ano po. Mga videos nyo. Turn on po.
Ito muna yung mga video para magkita-kita tayo. Baka magkasalubong tayo. Oh, yung mga taga-Davao dyan.
Nasa Davao ka pala, Sir Suero.
Open na lang ng video sa lahat para ko.
Pag-i-open daw para makita mo na yung mukha.
Paki-open po ang mga video ninyo. Lahat ng mga attendees.
Okay. At least. Pero nga. Yun. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much po.
Press. To Engineer Alonso, thank you, sir, for sharing.
Yes, Sir Singh. It's a pleasure.
Okay po. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. So next activity we have, we will continue with our webinar proper. may we ask Engineer Dainly Sukgang to introduce our speaker for today. Ma'am Dainly.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dini Suklang, current Secretary of PICE UAE. So, our speaker for today is Engineer Jeffrey J. Alonso. Has 17 years of civil engineering experience, including 4 years in energy, and attained involvement in engineering, procurement, and construction. Bids across Middle East, extending to onshore and offshore infrastructure projects. A certified user of CCS estimating software and cost-based VAT. He was a senior estimation engineer at Arabtech ES for 5 years. He is currently working as a senior subcontract lead specialist at McDermott International, which is one of the largest offshore and oil and gas EPC contractor and a member of Society of Petroleum Engineers International. Sir?
Yes.
Sorry.
Sir Jeffrey, it's your turn na po.
Okay. Magandang hapon at saka gabi sa Asia Pacific na mga participants or members. And welcome sa PICE UAE second webinar session. First of all, I would like to thank PICE UAE POD and its officers, and to the PICE national presidents and past leaders who are joining today. So we start now. We're gonna discuss the practical guide on estimating pipeline works. It is onshore. So we've got pipelines for offshore or subsea. And this afternoon, we will discuss about buried pipelines or onshore, nasa lupa. And I'm gonna tell you about a typical pipeline. It is a single pipe open trench. As some of you guys are working in infrastructure, industry, or pipeline, which you are dealing with microtunneling, non-destructive method, hindi natin yun i-discuss. We will discuss the onshore pipeline on a single pipe open trench. So we've got 4 topics, fellow engineers. A brief definition of a pipeline, the infrastructure market in Dubai, and the 3 key points of pipeline scope, and the basis of a pipeline estimate. This is only a very high level information that I'm going to share with you. It is a tailor-made technical talk from my experience on bids and pricing almost pipeline across Dubai and Middle East. According to Oxford, pipeline means it is a long pipe, typically underground, for conveying oil, gas, or any liquid, sewer water, or storm water, or drain water, etc., over a long distance. We are not talking about 10 kilometers, 5 meters. We are talking about hundreds and thousands of kilometers of pipe. Either it is cross-country or community to a certain a point like water treatment or pumping station. And maybe some of you during your professional career and in the infrastructure industry, some of you might heard like some oil and gas guy or some parang sa yung water treatment, they always said like Like, pare, we're gonna pipeline this crude oil. It describes a verb. Yung ibig sabihin, i-pipeline natin yan. Ibig sabihin, you gonna transport a certain product, is it a liquid or a gas, from point A to point B. So yan ang typically narinig natin sa pipeline sector. I'm gonna show you one figure. This is a public image which I downloaded on the Google. If you see these yellow houses or villa, this represents like residential community. And on the middle of this image, you will see the high-rise building, the roads, and the shops. Let's describe this as the commercial bay or commercial area. And on your right side, this is a treatment plant or pumping station. On this image, you've got blue lines. The vertical line represent, blue vertical line represent your manholes. Either it is deep or shallow manholes, or like very deep chambers or manholes. And these horizontal blue lines, let's say call this one the shallow pipeline network. And these two long lines, we will describe this one, the pipeline. Sa mga engineers dito sa Middle East, when you walk around the city or across your community, may nakikita kayong mga manhole sa gilid ng promenade or bricks or interlock tiles, and may nakikita din kayo ng mga manhole sa gitna na kalye. How deep is that? Would you think gaano kalalim yan? 1.5 meter? 2.5 meter? Maybe 6 meter, maybe you're right. But actually, it is as deep as 20 to 26 to 30 meters. And this topic, I will explain to you a specific project which we estimated and won, the DS-188. It is sewer and a drainage network package under the client of a Dubai municipality. And as per knowledge or currently the deepest chamber that I heard is done by B6, which is almost 25 to 30 meter diameter at the depth of 30 meters. Ito yun mga sinasabi ko, mga kaibigan. Hindi lang 1 metro kalalim ang mga chambers. Again, this is another figure for a water distribution system. On the same principle of the first diagram, we see this vertical line. This is the lateral line connecting the main pipeline, which is from the water treatment plant to the community or industrial area. And the third figure, this is a combined waste, water, and stormwater line. If you'd see this big line from the same concept, from the community to the commercial area to the industrial, going to the sea outfall. If you heard sea outfall, this is the last point where the pipeline dispose the treated sewer water and the storm water water product from the treatment plant. And on your mind, you think, oh, bakit tinatapon sa dagat? It is not directly on the land and sea transmission line. Ibig sabihin, yung between onshore at saka offshore. The minimum sea outfall is almost 5 kilometers from the shore. So because of the large volume of the sea and na-treat na yung water, hindi na siya hazardous because of the volume, it will dilute by itself. That's only the brief. definition of a pipeline, and I also described some of its element, some of the networks and the manholes. And now, again, this is a high-level information about the infrastructure market. It is the hard infrastructure market, which dealing on main pipeline works in Dubai. And as you know, on the first webinar, which is held last week, our speaker, Engineer Hero, spoke about the infrastructure in the UAE, and he specifically described his project in Abu Dhabi. Now, this is a continuation. I will speak about Dubai. And in Dubai, we have two clienteles or three main employers who are dealing in pipes, liquid pipes. First is the Dubai municipality. Dubai municipality is a government entity who deals on a project for sewer drainage network, along with its related civil works and infrastructure like pumping station and treatment plants and sea outfall. And the roads, or RTA, this is the roads, park, bridges, and public transportation management. This is a major independent government road authority. And would you know, in 2012, Dubai Metro, who is under RTA, was declared by the Guinness World Book of Record the world largest or longest fully automated driverless metro system with a route of 75 kilometers. Galing, no? And the third one is DEWA. DEWA is a public service infrastructure company. But this is a Dubai Electrical and Water Authority, who are dealing with electricity, water, district cooling, and now they are starting a solar power plant. And this entity in 2017 installed almost 10,000 megawatts and 470 million of desalinated gallons of water per day across Dubai. Kung may mga employer tayo, may mga consultant din tayo. This is one of the few. Hindi ko na nilagay lahat. This is the common consultant na makikita natin sa mga project signboard outside a existing or currently executed projects. ACOM, Parsons, CDM Smith, MWH, Suntech, Jacobs, Katib Alami, WME, sa Dubai, sa Abu Dhabi, marami, KN International, Mochel, etc. And these consultants, nakikita kasi namin as nasa tendering department, Dubai Municipality Projects, it is an open tender. On the date of the submission, dadalhin mo yung tender mo, yung presyo mo, or yung bid mo doon sa Dubai Municipality, and it's open. Lahat kayong mga competitor at consultant, nakaupo kayo sa harap ng consultant pala at saka employer, then bubuksan nilang mga presyo ninyo. And ito yung mga competitor namin na nakikita ko. There are a lot of contractors in the field of infrastructure, but this company are main contractors who are dealing more than 100 million above. So CEC, this is in 2019, they are the #1 Middle East contractor. This is China State Construction, Gantut. We've got B6, Afcon, Arabtech. This is where I was employed last 5 years. And Larsen Turbo, National Contracting Company, Western Bainuna, Kansahed, which is also owned by Interserve. Wade Adams, one of the biggest. HLG, and the current his current name now is BICC, Salini, PBB, this Datko Balfour Beatty, and Alda Buddha, and etc. Maybe some of our engineers are employed or mga engineer na sa mga company na ito. This is the project that we won last 2018 under Dubai Municipality. It's called DS-188, Jebel Ali Industrial Sewage and Drainage System. And it has almost 65 kilometers of pipe from ranging 600 to 2,000 millimeter diameter of GRP pipe, and 91 kilometer of stormwater line, and 17 kilometer of microtunneling. And this is some of the projects that we won. You know, Arab Tech, it is on 2019, it is third, one of the biggest company, and luckily I was part of the tendering department, and Arab Tech has previously completed and delivered almost 12 projects to Dubai with combined value of 909 million for the past 9 years. So maybe some of you, like, paano nyo ginawa? Paano kayo nag-estimate? Kung may mga consultant dito, alam nila na, you know, estimating or pricing a pipeline or infrastructure is quite difficult, and the least or the most minimum bill items to price is approximately 1,500 or more. And because of that scenario, no, the driver na para ang mga contractor mag-innovate, or we're gonna use the most current softwares para ma-achieve namin ang pinaka-short na turnaround ng tender. Sometimes tenders or bids will last to 2 months to 3 months. Parang ganun lang. And if you use Excel, we made a gap analysis in our company. I made a gap analysis. When we use Excel, typically, we will just complete 6 bill items per day. And on our company, we have Candy and Causeway. And would you imagine when we use Candy, the productivity is we can estimate the very complex pipeline bill to 60 bill item per day. Would you imagine if you have 1,600 bill items to price, you can price or complete it in 26 days. Pero kung gagamit kayo ng Excel na 6 lang ang mapepresyohan ninyo, is you will consume 260 days. So that's a big gap. And hard dollar, this is used by offshore and onshore like Kansaheb, Interserve, Cubicos. This is popular in Southeast Asia, Indonesia, Singapore. Candy, this is worldwide. QS Plus, this is from South Africa software. Causeway also from South Africa. Planesweep, very popular with building contractors or building estimators. So that's a brief story about the infrastructure market. And the third one is the 3 key points of a pipeline scope. May mga nagtatanong sa akin, sir, bakit 3 key points? Ang scope pa lang ng civil works when you do an open trench, it's you know, it's like 10 or tens of scope, because you've got excavation, backfilling, pipe laying, testing. We will not discuss that one because I know 100% of the engineers who joined this webinar, alam nyo na kung ano yung mga activities to excavate pipe and lay the pipe. only that these three key points are the very important tip that we discovered. It's like a trade secret for how many years doing doing the tender or document analysis. We found out three things, and this one I'm gonna explain to you. The first thing is the question, what is under your street? The common term is the existing services. You know, that is our objective. Papunta tayo dyan. Ano yung sa ilalim ng kalye natin? Kasi hindi nyo nakikita eh. Yan dapat na question. Pag may tender kayo ng pipeline or may pinepresyon kayo, ano nasa ilalim ng lupa, nasa ilalim ng bundok, anong nasa ilalim ng kalye, anong nasa ilalim ng saan man dadaan yung pipe. And everybody agree here na sa ilalim ng pipe, maraming mga services. Not only yung pinipresyohan yun na sewer or drainage, however, there's also pipes which, you know, includes the traffic or electrical, communication, telecommunication, some fiber optic from your civil defense ministry or armed forces of the Philippines or US Army. May mga hindi sinasabi sa gobyerno o wala silang existing drawing kasi secret yon. So, this is the most critical part. So, you need to discover or you need to dig the documents kung ano yung nasa ilalim ng surface or dadaanan or corridor ng pipe. Number 2, or the second key point is the connection. Yes, it's include the tie-in connection or the beginning of your pipe. When you price pipeline, you always think that a pipeline should have a beginning. It means you always need to think where the pipeline starts and where the pipeline ends. So, my point A at saka my point B. And I'm gonna use this figure on the next topic. I-discuss ko further yung connection. As I said, a pipeline should have a point A and a point B. So the third key point is the trench width. In Dubai municipality projects, there is a golden formula. The trench width or the bottom of this width is 1.5 of the diameter of the pipe plus 500 mm. Again, the bottom of this width is 1.5 times the diameter plus 500 mm. That is the trench width. My friends, my fellow engineers dito sa UAE or Middle East, whatever pipe you lay, if it is PVC, UPVC, HDPE, GRP, GRE pipe, typically under Dubai municipality projects, ito yung golden formula. And we will use this formula for our pricing because this is the main objective. Paano kayo aabot sa bottom formation ng width? If you see this trench, any kind of method you've got, slope, step, paano nyo excavate, paano nyo backfill, you know, you will see it later. So again, the three key points is what the existing services or what is under your street. The second one is the connection. The third one is the trench width. Now, this is our last topic, and this will be a little bit, it will take a little bit long. Basis of a pipeline. Sir Jay, may intermission, may announcement ka, or sandali, inom muna ako tubig. Sir Jeremy, hindi ka maririnig.
Hello? Dinig na ako, dinig na ako. Okay na? Hello, hello. Sir, si Sir Suero ay lumabas na po. Nagpapasalamat po siya sa atin. And then Sir Louie, tsaka other past president, maraming salamat po sa inyong pagdalo. It means a lot po sa amin dito sa UAE. At nandito pa rin si Sir Melchor. Tatapusin niya yata tayo. Makikipaglamayan siya sa atin ngayon. Si Sir tsaka kay Sir Browen pala. Maraming salamat. Live from Australia po si Sir Browen. Take note. Yun lamang, sir. Sige, sir. Diretso tayo.
Okay. Now, basis of a pipeline estimate. I will not elaborate all the civil related activities on how you execute trench work, but again, this is a very high level information that might be useful to all the engineers, and maybe in the future you will interested to engage on an infrastructure or pipeline sector. Then this is maybe the best tips that I can give you. On pipeline estimate, consultants and contractors are using this method of measurement, SESM 3 or SESM 4. Here in Dubai and UAE, we are like almost 99% using this method of measurement. And the method of measurement is almost the guiding principle on how you will price a specific scope under the infrastructure. And showing you this, only a cover, hindi ko i-share sa yung buong document. This is the cover of the bill of quantities, which I mentioned to you a while ago that we won. This is the DS188, and this is almost, I think, almost done. And we've got this package that we need to price, the sewerage gravity network and the drainage gravity network. And I will just show you a specific gravity network or specific bill of this item. There is a unique part of the BOQ if you price a pipeline. There is always a reference, SESM reference. If you see this one, there is a SESM reference which you need to open the book and refer to. As you see the description, this is the level 1 or the header description. Under the sewerage gravity network, we have pipe works, pipes, supply and laid GRP pipes, and laid and jointed in trench, including excavation, backfilling, etc. Ito na yung sinasabi ninyo na saan yung excavation, backfilling, pipe laying, sand bedding, blah, 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 to complete the pipeline. And we will investigate this first pipeline, this nominal bore 900 to 1,200 mm GRP pipe, Sinabi dito sa bill item A, 1,000 millimeter dia of GRP pipe at the depth of 11 to 11.5 meters. Again, ang investigate natin is 1,000 millimeter dia pipe at the depth of 11 to 11.5 meter. At saka ang sabi ng bill is mag-refer tayo sa I-658 ng SESM, point 1. When you open the SESM book, you will find out na may class description, definition ng isang scope. Ito na yung I. First symbol ng SESM reference, I-658.1. May I tayo. Then, ito na, nakita na natin. The next one is the 6. So, it covered under this description because our bill specified that the material of the pipe is a glass reinforced plastic pipe. This is GRP. And the pipe under the second division or category of this pricing principle is 900 to 1,200 mm. So pasok, di ba? Kasi remember, ang pipe natin kanina sa bill is 1,000 millimeter dia pipe at 11 to 11.5 meter. Now, on the third division, wala kayong nakikita dito na 11, but hoarding sa reference natin may 8. So ibig sabihin yung 11 meter to 11.5 meter natin sa BOQ is covered under this third division ng SESM. And furthermore, may mga description pa and rules how you price it. I will not elaborate on this one, and maybe you can download on the internet, or I will share to you the two SESM files so you can study it in the future. And
yes sir, sesend ko ba yung slides yan ha? Sa kanila.
Yes.
Yes. Lahat ng references.
Ito, binalikan natin. Baka nakalimutan nyo. Again, single pipe on an open trench, the golden formula of Dubai tenders is the trench width is equals to 1.5 of the diameter plus 500 mm. And to all the engineers who are here in the Middle East or Dubai, when you price this one, this is an open information. This is under the general specification of Dubai Municipality under the drawing detail standard 101. So pag mabubuksan niyo ito, ganito lahat. Guys, I'm gonna show you. I just created this configuration of how you excavate depends on the nature of the pipe corridor. Nakikita niyo to? In-applyan ko ng 1.5 times the diameter of the pipe plus 0.5 meter. So yung bill natin kanina is 11 to 11.5. So cover siya under this diagram. Either it is a step cut or a stiff cut with a shoring by the side, or both ways, or a very steep trench cut. So the same formula we apply. So it is applicable to any type of trench formation. It depends on the method kung ano ang pinaka-efficient sa trabaho ninyo. Pinaka-efficient depende din sa condition ng soil. And going back to the bill, my fellow engineers, nakikita nyo kaagad dito, bakit 5,000? 525 per meter, ang mahal naman. Some of you, your assumption is right. And I will share to you one Excel file that I will also share.
Nawala yung ano.
Yes.
Okay.
Then now, if you see this 5,527 per meter, bakit? Ano nangyari niyan, sir? we generate this rate from all the activities required para maabot natin yung trench width, including the pipe materials, because the description says supply, install, lay, GRP pipes, laid in jointed, in trench, including excavation, backfilling, etc. in all accordance with the drawing and specification. Paano tayo aabot dun sa trench width? Di ba maraming level kasi malalim. So our analysis is in every layer. Hindi kayo mag-excavate agad diretso sa bottom kasi every layer yan. And you're gonna apply or put or plug your resources depends on the productivity and it depends sa soil condition. So sabi ko kahit 11 meters yan, pinutol ko siya into 4, 0 to 3 meter, 3 to 6 meter depth, 6 to 9, 9 to 12. And the rates from cubic, you derive it into meters. Ito yan. When I expand this one, these are the brief calculation, and these are only the scope. These are only the scope. When I open this level, all, nandyan yung mga activities and resources. And every level of excavation, there are different types of machine you're gonna use. And if you see this column N and O, this is the unit of measurement as per the activity ng excavation, cubic per meter. You need to generate the rate first in the cubic per meter or anuman ang unit of measurement ninyo. Then you convert it into meter, then sum it up. So, maaabot yung presyo ninyo sa 5,500. And so on and so on. You see, until the formation of the bottom surface. Double handling, dewatering. My first stage pa tayo ng dewatering. Second stage, trench work if needed. Supply lay, sunbedding, supply and lay pipeline, sand surround, geotextile filter, backfilling, reinstatement, compaction test, etc. Don't worry. Mabilis to pero I'm gonna share this typical one bill sa lahat. And si Sir Je na mag-distribute or tayo. I will assist Sir Je. Tama ba, Sir Je?
Yes. Nasa akin naman ng mga email lahat ng attendees. Send ko yan sa kanila.
Okay. So again, just a quick visual view. Ang daming scope, no? Paano yan nangyari, ang daming scope? Because later I'm gonna show you some images might explain this pricing or activities briefly.
Sir, meron nagtatanong.
Yeah?
How about waste disposal, sabi niya?
Yes, kasama yun. Surplus disposal kasama. So again, guys, don't worry. Our email and our line is open after this webinar. If you have a problem or question, just drop your question and we will try our best to answer you technically. And now, to explain those scopes, I'm gonna show you a random of pictures. You know? You see these guys? These are some, most likely the common or typical methods para maabot ninyo ang trench formation and pipe laying. We've got excavation, first top layer. Second, we have a bottom layer until the trench formation. Then we will position the pipe, either double handling, single handling, put the pipe at the nearest side of your corridor trench. And dewatering. You see, ang liit ng tao. Nakita niyo yung tao? Ito ang dewatering system natin. So nakita niyo yung excavation na ginawa namin. This, my friends, these are actual. These are the actual progress photos from my project or the project that we won. This is
Sir,
a
may isang
single
tanong,
pipe.
sir. May isang
Huh?
tanong na ano to. How about method of cutting to use or apply? Is it mentioned on the tender by the company only?
Cutting and apply?
Yes, use. Yeah. How about the method of cutting to use or apply? Is it as mentioned in the tender? In the tender?
Yeah, it is.
Tender of by ano? In the tender or
documents.
by the company only?
I think his question is the cutting of pipe is included or can be found in the tender documents? Parang
Yes, I
ganun
guess
ba?
so. Yeah.
Yeah. Specification always describe all the piping methods from testing, from cutting, from laying the pipe. So, and every type of material, may different kinds of equipment or cutting tool. But for us, our practice is if we have spools, when we call it short pipes, kasi puputulin eh. We always pre-order it. Ibig sabihin, alam na namin yung short pipes, i-order na namin yun sa manufacturer, yung bare pipe. Then they will deliver it. Because would you imagine if you have hundreds of kilometers, like 300 kilometer, hindi mo na kailangan magputol-putol because, pipe technician or pipe fitter, Dubai municipality or specifications always, looking for a very highly skilled workers. Dapat may certification. And almost of these guys are available sa manufacturer. Either you bring the manufacturer to your site and let them cut. And they will charge you per day. Like for us, for HDPE, manufacturers or pipe factory will charge you a certain amount, almost 400 dirhams per 5 cuts. Puputulin nila. Apat ang productivity na nila, 4 ang mapuputol nila sa isang araw, yung machine. So going back to our figure. So these are the watering system, and if you will not apply the step cut method or sa mga shallow, and if your soil is soft, you will apply this method, this shoring system. Either it is a trench back, sheet piling, etc. And you will also dispose the surplus materials from the approved tip. Then we will do the pipe laying. You see, this is jointing. Some of the pipe might be short, then they will joint it. This is a GRP pipe. And GRP pipe has a joint kit lamination also. And you will test it. After the testing, the most popular testing for fluid or liquid pipelines are the hydro testing and testing in terms of the site works. We will not discuss what tests are involved in the manufacturer. Pag-deliver ng bare pipe sa site, may mga testing na procedure na ginawa doon. So ang sinasabi ko, yung mga testing method na nasa site, typically the minimum requirement dito sa Dubai is visual inspection, dimension check, either it is a manual dimension or laser pipe end dimension, glass content, hydrostatic pressure test or hydro test, and impact resistant test. Might be done by a specialist or third-party specialist. Then, we're gonna cover it. Wow, very nice. You see this sunbedding? Very nice. Kaya may disposal tayo kasi the excavated material, we will not use that again. Because there is a minimum height when we cover this new engineered material or aggregate material will be covered from the crown of the pipe at the minimum of 300 mm dito sa Dubai or sa UAE. After covering with geotextile and backfilling, warning tape, etc., until you reach the surface of your road or landscape or saan man dumaan yung pipe ninyo, kailangan nyo ibalik kung anong itsura nun. Di ba? Ang dami. Isang bill lang yon, mga kaibigan ko, mga engineers. One bill, but all of these activities, are, you need to generate and i-plug mo lahat ng resources, ng pricing, ng consumables para mag-generate ka sa isang presyo doon sa bill na yun. May nag-raise hand. Ang galing nitong Zoom pala. May ganun pala.
Sir Richard, pwedeng papagsalitain na natin, sir, para para diretsong tanong sa'yo.
Sige.
Sige, Sir Richard. On the spot questioning. Sige, sir. Anong mic kay Sir Richard? Paki-unmute siya. Hello, Sir Richard? Sir Richard? Wala. Nagkasalita. Sige, sir. I-type mo na lang. Paki-type na lang po sa chat box.
And again, gentlemen, this is an actual progress site report or site photos that I shared to you, and hope it na-refresh yung mind niyo. Ganun pala yung pipeline. And would you imagine when you price a pipeline, it is not typical. Every meter mag-iiba kasi ang pipe, tumatakbo ang pipe, mag-iibang kondisyon, mag-iiba ang profile ng lupa. Tapos mag-iiba din kung saan siya dadaan, sa ilalim ba ng kalye, sa ilalim ng metro station, sa ilalim ng building, sa ilalim ng poste. This is the challenges when you price or when you engage into a pipeline sector infrastructure. And we go back to the connection. This is disclaimer lang ha. I put the certain spot here. This is not the actual building, but more likely nandito yon. This is an actual Google map of Dubai Sheikh Zayed Road. No, because I experienced one company who lumapit sa amin, building contractor at saka yung team niya building estimator at saka yung tendering manager. Kasi ang presyo nila ng tie-in connection, this is one of the most common mistake or not mistake, inaccuracy which is made by building estimator. Kasi building estimator think the safest thinking that they can price is always within the plot, my friends. Building estimator always think all the prices is within the plot, and this is the most dangerous analysis, because when you see or when you read your BOQ, when you go to tie-in connection or a specific connection works, consultants like Parson, ACOM, KNT International, etc. sila lahat, they always specify clearly that tie-in connection, including excavation, shutdown, materials, fittings, spool, inspection, permit, from your plot boundary to, laging may to the approved government or to the approved connection point. Again, tie-in connection to your building or plot boundary to the approved government or approved connection point. nakikita ko lagi sa bill ng mga building estimator, ang bill nila is, ang price pala nila is 70,000 dirham, 17,000 dirham, 15, 5,000, 20. My friends, you need to investigate because sometimes, well, almost 80% ng tie-in connection ng building is nasa harap lang ng kalye or the opposite, sa opposite lang ng road. But what if kung ang project ninyo required by the consultant or by the municipality kasi hindi kaya ng existing service kung yung requirement ng building, baka ang building ninyo 6 sa isang compound, hindi kaya ng requirement, i-connect yan kung saan yung pinaka-nearest. And this contractor na lumapit sa amin, ang budget niya 7,000 when we recalculated his 17,000, ito nangyari. The cost is 4,800 dirhams per meter. Ibig sabihin, yung connection pala na approve is 7.2 kilometers, hindi 15 meters sa plot boundary. And the difference is, ang layo. The project or the connecting point is 34.5 million. The building estimator price, 17,000. This is very, very dangerous, my friend. That's why you need to investigate the connections. You need to acquire as much information from the consultant and to the employer. And surely 100% Dubai Municipality or nandito sa mga government, binibigay kaagad nila pag pupunta kayo sa kanilang office. Sasabihin niyo, sir, ang hirap, hindi namin alam ang connection point or ang existing services, pakibigay. Don't worry. Huwag kayong matakot sa mga consultant or building estimator. They will provide you as much information. Wow! Wow, no? Wow! 34 million from 17,000 dirhams. But well, as I mentioned a while ago, when you price connections, you need to investigate because maybe yes, 17,000, 10,000 dirhams is acceptable if you connect it to the future connection or some chambers or nasa harap lang ng plot boundary ninyo, or baka magko-connect kayo sa mga existing pumping station or sewer water treatment plant or any industrial facilities. And this only a very high level. And before going to an end sa basis of a pipeline estimate, I'm gonna show you, or I'm gonna tell you brief you again the important points. Para hindi nyo makalimutan kung naririnig nyo or napapanood nyo yung UFC boxing, sabihin nyo lang UTC. So these 3 key points. What is under your street? UTC, under your street. E is the trench width. C is the connection. Tie-in connection, or what I explained to you a while ago, connection means where your pipe starts and where it ends. Pipe has always a point A and a point B. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a public media resource from YouTube, and I like this one. This tab is the most comprehensive. Pag may mga projects sila, dino-document nila. Like us in an oil industry, it is part of our tendering document that all from execution to completion, bini-video namin. This Trans-Adriatic pipeline, construction 48-inch diameter. This is a cross-country pipeline, natural gas from Azerbaijan to Europe, approximately 700 to 800 kilometers. And I will show to you almost the full concept of an open trench pipework construction.
May blasting siya.
Well, guys, the time has come. Thank you, everybody, and stay safe.
Sir, open forum na tayo. I guess, babasa tayo ng mga tanong ng natin, mga kasama natin dito ngayon. From Sir, from Engineer Alvin Alejandro, sir.
Yes, please.
What is the typical wastage factor used in estimating pipe quantity? Is the wastage factor dependent on the type of material? And what are the best practices to minimize wastage during actual execution?
Again, wastage factor.
What is the typical wastage factor used in estimating pipe quantity? What is the typical wastage factor used in estimating pipe quantity?
This is very essential percentage na gagamitin ng mga contractor on how you price a pipe. Because first of all, when you buy a pipe, you cannot buy 1 meter, 2 meter, 3 meters. The main pipeline system material like GRP pipes, GRE, GRP, HDP, it is always available in the market in 6 meter length and 12 meter length. So ang wastage factor, you need to calculate it from a certain segment. Ibig sabihin manhole to manhole. Kung ang manhole to manhole mo is 24 meters, ibig sabihin wala kang waste kasi pasok doon yung 6 meter tsaka 12 meter. So typically for us, what we are using only is because we are not pricing 20 meters, we are not pricing 50 meters. My experience, we always price 100 kilometers. Our wastage factor only 2%.
Tapos meron siyang follow-up question siya. Is the wastage factor dependent on the type of material? And then, what are the best practices to minimize wastage during actual execution?
Well, sa actual execution kasi, nasa tendering lang ako, no? I'm just pricing, but whatever analysis we have made during the tender, like pasok na pasok doon sa wastage factor namin. This is only a technique. This is only a technique. The minimum requirement in any kind of pipe is 2. You can put 10%. However, when you buy during the procurement method, the pre-procurement, yung estimator isisend mo yung bill of material. Pero when you send the bill of material to procurement, do not include the design growth or the wastage factor. Just send the pipe quantity, the dry quantity. Ibig sabihin yung specific lang yung 72 kilometers, yun lang. Huwag mo na idadag yung wastage factor, itago mo na yun. That's all I can say.
Okay. There are estimate size naman. Paano rin ba to? Mayroon pang isang tungkol sa estimate din yung tanong, sir. Sa estimation method or software ng pipeline, considered na ba sa costing per linear meter ang pipeline, ang cost of repair, penalties, or potential damage of existing utilities or services? Or separate added category sa estimate na yon?
Yes, it is a separate bill item. Actually, on SESM, it is under a Class A, under general items. So don't worry, we will send copies of SESM 3 and 4, and they can locate the specific scope that he mentioned about these other items.
Pwede siguro, sir, live questioning, di ba? Wala, marami pa.
Sige nga, pag-raise mo sila ng hand, okay lang, sir? Na para mapakinggan natin magagandang boses nila. Sinong pwedeng mag-raise ng hand na may tanong? Anybody who wants to raise their hand? And Sir Mel, ikaw po, may tanong po kayo?
Sir Fernand.
Sir, may question po.
Sige, sir, go ahead.
Sige.
Sir Jeffrey, kung 100 kilometers yung pipeline natin.
Sir, sandali. Pakilala ka muna.
Sir, si Engineer Fernando Ramirez po ito, sir.
Okay.
Sir Jeffrey, ang question ko lang po, kung meron kayong 100 kilometers na pipeline project, ilang points po yung usually na ginagawa nyo para sa soil testing?
Actually, ang ano na natatanggap namin na parang instruction ng Dubai Municipality is one soil test every 30 meters per 250 millimeter compaction.
Okay.
Depende sa requirement ng municipality or specification nila.
In relation to depth, habang nagba-backfill kayo, same lang building, every 200 mm, itetest yan. Pero itetest yan every 30 meters pala, every 30 meters.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Si Sir Mel ata. Si Sir Mel magtatanong.
Mute.
Mute natin si Sir Mel. Sandali. Sir Mike, paki-unmute si ano? Sir Mel.
Inas ko na, sir. Sir Mel, pa-unmute na lang sa side nyo.
Ayun, okay na.
Sir, good afternoon. Mel Peralta. Anyway, yung sa pricing niya na nakaano sa CMS3, naka-standard na po yan. Ano? Kaya lang yung sa scheduling mo, yung naka-price sa inyo kasi sa isang lugar, yung sa weather condition, no, supposed to be naka 100 kilometers or what. Pero pagdating sa ibang lugar na may, lalo na sa baha or rain, maapektuhan kasi yung yung productivity ng pipe-laying kasi di ka pwedeng maglatag ng mahaba.
That's right.
Dahil baka biglang bumaha or umulan, lulutang lahat yan. So, doon sa pag-price mo ng ganon, how it is affected due to this location of the project. Kasi maapektuhan talaga yung production because of the weather. So how will you add that to your cost? Kasi hindi ka makapaglatag ng mahabang pipeline.
Yes. Actually, sir, yan ang mga brownfield na project. Ito pala, we're gonna use two terms muna dito. When I said greenfield, when we price greenfield, ito yung bare land. In a simple term, ito yung mga virgin area, walang existing pipelines, walang building. Yung brownfield, may mga existing pipe na, may mga roads, nababaha, may mga ibang infrastructure, may mga adjacent structure. Yan ang isa sa pinakamahirap. Because every meter or every segment of that one, as what Engineer Melchor said, etong area may binabaha. Actually, that is caused by nature. Wala kang gagawin noon. Ang trabaho mo is just wait until the water subside. Because if the water subside, hindi yan 100% mawawala sa formation ng trench. What you need to do is apply the dewatering. Kung saan na yung limit ng water. Ibig sabihin, hindi talaga bumababa, doon mo na i-apply yung dewatering. So right, Engineer Melchor is right. That is a very big cost to incur from pricing because you're gonna put standby machines like dewatering, generator, plus the duty. Then, if this is a very tight schedule, gusto mo nang gumawa, well, kailangan mo i-pump out yung tubig, pero may tubig pa rin. So, tama ka sir, i-add mo lahat ng resources. Maging doble, maging triple yung resources mo. So, maging mahal per meter. If you identify a certain zone like in India, because parang sa India may part na sa isang month, almost 80% ng isang zone is ulan ng ulan, hindi huminto. So you need to assess a certain condition or country kung ano yung mga necessary equipment para malay mo yung pipe at saka mapresyohan.
Si Sir Louie. Okay po, Sir Mel. Sir Louie.
Yes, sir. Isa lang pong question.
Sir, ganda pa naman ng background ni Sir Louie. Hinahintay ko yung dadaan sa likod mo, sir, ha?
Sabi po ba ng lahat, sir?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Yung tanong ko po, Engineer Jeff, yung sa 3 points, binanggit nyo about existing services, which I think also may be connected to the second one, the connections. Ano po ba talaga yung normal na pinoprovide sa tender docs ng specifically sa Dubai projects in terms of existing services? Because you mentioned actually na you have to like get it, do an effort of going to DM whatsoever, which I nakuha po ba yung question?
Oo, nakuha ko okay, fellow engineers, what Engineer Louis is trying to mention is tama ba in relation to existing services, nakukuha ba or meron bang available? Tama ba?
Or if it's even included in the tender docs?
Yes. Number one, nasa tender document yan. On my experience, lalo na sa ito, yung mga magagaling na consultant, they always provide the tender document, but it is not 100% nandun because in every city, wala silang as-built drawing like Ras Al Khaimah. When I go to Ras Al Khaimah and may gagawin kami doon na pipe rehabilitation, because the pipe was done 30 years ago and the engineering process 30 years ago, wala pa yung hindi nila dinodrawing yung mga existing pipeline. Wala silang mapping ng mga existing pipeline. So ano ang gagawin namin doon? But going back to Dubai, meron sila. So, right? Either from the tender, either you can find it in the tender documents, or if not, you will request a consultant or Dubai municipality na please request, please, we as this contractor A, B, C, D, requesting you to provide us the existing services or as-built drawing of the existing telecommunication, military pipeline, electrical line, and they will provide you.
Yeah, correct. Tama po yun. Kaya po kinaklarify ko lang actually yung question kasi especially in Dubai, kung paano mo nabanggit, as if like, maybe, I would just like to clarify that statement. Kung talaga bang meron siya sa tender docs, ano ba yung norm? As if it's experience ko lang for all your experience, especially sa Dubai. So, yun lang po. And then, yes, of course, siguro yung follow-up doon, nabanggit mo is Ras Al Khaimah. So, how, kung nabanggit yung walang existing na wala sa documentation yung mga possible na existing services, what is the contractor's norm in putting allowances into your tender? Kung paano mo siya i-qualify? Ano yung norm niyo?
Actually, what the contractors are doing here is they are performing trial trenches and trial pits. And trial trenches and trial pits, it is a very careful excavation method using only labor by hand. And every specific...
sorry to interrupt, Sir Jeff. I'm talking about doon sa tender stage pa lang. You don't normally do that on tender stage, I doubt. So, like kung may ititender kayo sa Ras Al Khaimah na isang infra project na ganun,
Tama, yun ang prepresyohan namin. Yung trial trench, prepresyohan namin yun.
Correct. So because you actually said that you do that, so you qualify to price that.
Yeah, we qualify to price that one.
But you cannot just qualify to price that. I mean, you yourself parang in-include nyo sa inyong presyo, pero even not necessarily nasa BOQ item siya. So, or you really price it, or you just like qualify it na how about pag mayroong ganun?
No, we will price it.
You will price it immediately. Is that your norm?
Yes, we will because may benchmark na kami. Ibig sabihin, ang company namin may benchmark na alam na namin either wala yan sa BOQ, either wala sa drawing, because that is the standard and the norm. We will put a specific how many quantities of trial trench para on the execution, magamit namin yun.
Okay.
Pero it is a
All right.
separate.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Sino pa pong magtatanong? Sir Brian, nawala. Sir Bernie, any question? Sa estimation din si Sir Bernie. Ay, sa QS din si Sir Bernie, di ba? Sandali, unmute. Nakamute ka, sir.
Sir Jeffrey, Engineer Jeffrey, mostly kasi ng mga estimator and QS are working in the buildings and the interiors in the UAE, especially sa mga Filipino. We're not so familiar actually with the pipeline estimation system. My question is, ano po ba yung difference nito doon sa in terms of the warranty of the materials and the services of the maintenance ng pipeline to the building itself? Because as we can see, mas long-term yung pagpaplano nyo doon sa pipeline kaysa doon sa involvement ng mga contractors sa isang building. So, one example here is yung pong yung pag umuulan, bumabagyo, we can see that ang mga civilized areas ay binabaha. And we know that there was something or some problems in the sewerage system in the UAE. So how can you explain further, sir, that comparison between the building in terms of the maintenance and the materials?
On my experience, actually the pipeline tenders or pipeline projects is contractors are only provider of this infrastructure, and the warranty is like work warranty, not the pipeline itself, is only 1 year or 12 months. So ang maintenance, it's not covered by contractor. It is a different entity, maybe the government, who is dealing with that one. So that's the difference kung infrastructure like external works rather than the building.
So what do you mean, sir? So
kung material na sa specification is we need to guarantee and check and procure the material which is laging hinahanapan nila na 20 years material warranty.
So sir, what do you mean, sir, is yung mga contractors involved on that particular project of the pipeline, involved pa rin sila for 20 years or not?
No, not anymore. Not anymore. On the moment after the pre-commissioning and commissioning, pag na-hand over na, wala na. Tapos na yun, after ng hydro testing na okay na yung pipe backfilling, pag natakpan na, wala na.
Ganun pala yun.
Yes. Kaya ang ang all pipeline contracts or infrastructure are remeasurable contract, hindi lump sum. Because in the future, pwede dagdagan ng client o sige, magdagdag ka ng 10 kilometers, gagamitin nila yun. 100% all infrastructure pricing and estimates are remeasurable. So wala na yung mga maintenance, mga 12 years maintenance, 20 years maintenance.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Any other questions po? Any other question? Ito. Meron palang ewan ko kung suggestion to. Sabi ni Engineer James Vergara, I think the effect of weather should be part of the event contingency. The amount or price of the event contingency depends on the quantitative risk assessment or analysis.
Mahirap yan ang sagot, sir. Mahirap yan ang sagot. Mahirap yan ang sagot. Actually, hindi naman sagot. Parang lang concept. Kasi ngayon, okay, ilalayo ko, hindi sa onshore. lalo na sa offshore sa oil and gas. Sa mga pipeline, there is a specific engineer, iba-iba iba-iba ang function nila. Like kami ang nagpe-pressure sa pipe. Iba ang nagpe-pressure sa mga flow control, sa mga weather condition. May mga engineers kami marine, may mga engineers kami sa QA/QC na nag-a-assess sa environmental monitoring, weather condition, habitat. Silang nagpe-presyo. Hindi ako yung pipeline estimator, hindi ako nagpe-presyo noon. 'Yun ang hindi ko alam.
Okay.
Yung about sa mga weather, mga climate survey pricing, mga weather condition, mga environmental monitoring, etc. Natatanggap lang namin ang input pero hindi sa pipeline estimate napapasok 'yon. Baka nasa sa preliminary, sa engineering pricing, sa QA/QC. Actually, fellow engineers, medyo mahirap ang pipeline kasi as you said from your question, from your comment, ang daming factors kasi for every kilometer mag-iiba ang condition ng site, mag-iibang condition ng soil, baka dadaan siya sa bundok, dadaan sa lake, dadaan sa maulan. So all that factor should be investigated, should be considered, and it is a very long process, and that's why may mga software kami to catch or how to calculate those necessary elements sa pricing.
Mukhang may question ba si Sir Alvin Alejandro?
Sige.
Sir Alvin, pwede magsalita.
Sir, good afternoon. Sir. A question lang, if kasi discuss is basically more on open cut estimate.
Yes.
So yeah, in terms that if in case open cut is not allowed, I just want to know how do you price or estimate yung NDRC or non-destructive road crossing na option?
Typically, or yung norm, typically it is separate. Okay, magsimula na ako. Typically, yung microtunneling is under siya ng class L na sa SESM. Kung nakita niyo yung presentation ko kanina ng method of measurement, hindi siya under ng class I. So nasa ibang bill siya, separate bill.
Mm-hmm.
So kahit dito sa UAE, sa Dubai Municipality, ang mga tender nila, all piping now under or below 10 meter is they need to apply microtunneling. Kahit ano pa yan, kahit open or under ng kalye, ilalim ng tunnel. So microtunneling ang kanilang process. Then yes, you will estimate the microtunneling method on a separate bill. Ano din yun per meter. And kahit gaano kalaki ng diameter ang microtunneling, it is from 600 mm to 800 to 1.2. The typical productivity of a microtunneling per day is 12 to 15 meter ang takbo niya with the short pipes.
So your pricing is dependent on pipe size?
Yes, dependent on pipe size and depth.
And depth.
Sorry. Ang microtunneling?
Yep. Yung estimates
pipe size. Yeah, pipe size.
Depende sa pipe size. Okay.
You're right. Pipe size.
Okay, thank you.
Sir Salibel na po ulit.
Sir Salibel.
Yeah. Sir Salibel. Sige po.
Pwede na ba, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, Arbab. Sir Engineer Jeff.
Arbab, good afternoon.
Sir, hindi lang ito related sa estimation, but during the constructions na para lang just para malaman ko lang. During the construction, sir, siyempre different pipes diameter, hindi ba, sir?
Yes.
Assuming we are constructed, let's say around 10 kilometers. So it's different soil. So the basis ba yung how to determine the depth of the excavation? It is only based on the soil report ba, sir?
Yung excavation, ang ano kasi,
Kasi
ang question, ang question mo
different
is,
diameters eh.
tama.
Kasi yung the depth niya.
Ang question mo is, on a 10-kilometer pipeline, including different kind of pipe at saka depth, tama ba?
Yes, sir.
Yes, it will vary, especially on the gravity pipelines dito sa Dubai. The more lumalalim, lumalaki yung pipe.
So that is only, although nasa drawing naman as a, let's say, as a construction engineer. So although the basis natin is nasa drawing naman yung mga depth, but just para malaman ko lang, so what really the reference is based on the depth of the excavation is on the soil report investigation. Kasi whether para malaman natin it is affected ba siya sa may dewatering ba siya o hindi.
Isang factor din yan sa level. Isang factor din. Pero kasi
okay.
tama. Kasi sa tender document ready na lahat. Ito kasi ang advantage ng infrastructure. Kasi lahat may design na ng consultant, dinisign na nilang profile ng pipeline, dinisign na nila saan dadaan. May mga investigation na sila, pre-investigation. So pagbigay sa contractor sa amin, almost kompleto na. So madali na lang ipresyohan.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Rob.
Any other question po? Any other question?
Si Ma'am Ding, nata, mukhang may question.
Sige nga, Ma'am Ding.
Unmute.
Wala po, sir.
Okay, si Sir Richard nagre-raise ng hand.
Anyway, this is a forum. Maybe some of you guys can answer question. Then let it be, your opinion be heard. Tama ba, Je? No?
Yes.
Kasi ako sa estimation lang ako, taas kamay ako sa execution.
Yes.
At saka si Salibel, sa Pilipinas, yan, manager yan ng water district, alam niyang infrastructure. Salibel, tingin mo ako dito.
Si Sir Louie magtatanong ulit. Sir Louie, you have your turn po. Sir Louie. Wala yata.
Yes, sir.
Okay, ayan. Ganda talaga ng background ni Sir at natutuwa ako eh.
Galing dyan si Ding kanina.
Matagal si Rick na mag-unmute eh.
Okay.
Sir Jeff, so nabanggit ko yung dalawa dun sa 3 points about existing and connection. And then yung last din na question ni Sir Salibel about sa trench width. Balikan ko lang actually yung merong kaninang isa sa mga questions na binasa lang ni Press with regarding doon sa cutting. Yung kanina yung meron nagtanong about paano, ano ba yun? I think nag-chat nga, sabi ko, ito po yung sa method of cutting. How about the method of cutting to use apply? Is it mentioned in the tender or by company only? Sinabi ko po doon, sir. I think si Engineer Rivera po.
Abner Rivera.
Opo. Baka pwede po siyang yan para i-clarify niya kasi feeling ko yung question niya is about actually the trench cutting. Kung ano daw po yung
Sir Abner, you're still there?
Ano daw po yung ano ba yung norm? Ano ba yung norm sa tender?
Tama si Engineer Louie na catch mo yung question na yan. That is very important.
Ayaw mag-unmute, sir.
Sir Abner?
Okay na.
Hi, sir. Yes, sir, that's regarding the trench cutting. Because di ba pinakita doon yung like sloping or ladder type or stair type na cutting. Is it common na bibigay yun sa instruction sa tender or yung company, ano lang siya, na kung ano yung method na gagamitin nila.
That is a very important and valid question. No? Number one, the method or construction method to achieve a trench cut or to achieve the bottom width is depends on your companies. Construction method. Sa company nyo yan, sir.
Okay, sabagay, paano papasa naman sila ng method statement eh.
Ibig sabihin, sir, kung kaya nila yung mas mura yung sa kanila, yung isang method, yun yung gagamitin nila. Depende na sa kanila kung anong mas okay na mas economical sa kanilang.
Actually, usually po, as a construction practice, contractor is always submitting method statement for consultant approval. Ganyan po malamang mangyayari sa method of cutting. So, i-approvehan din po na ano yan. Tapos, depende rin sa requirement ng municipality. Hanggang saan lang sila pwedeng mag-cut. Isa pa rin yan.
Yes, Press. Pero, Press, may I interrupt? Let's say, kasi tender pa lang siya for tendering. So, medyo dun magkakatalo yung mga contractor ngayon. Kung, siyempre, kung mas malaki yung volume ng isa, mas mamahal yung rate niya. Parang ganun.
Doon sila magkakatalo sa sa winning bidder pag nagkataon.
Yeah. So, yung mas economical ang di ba? I-represent nila kung saan sila makakamura. Yun
depende na sa client kung anong i-aprobahan nila doon. Kung ano.
Okay. Press, Jer, at saka kay Sir Jeff. So, hello?
Sige po, diretso pa.
Maganda yung discussion natin. Nakikinig ako, tama yun. Kasi in addition din kasi, very important, as estimator kasi, hindi ko alam sa inyo, kasi ako as estimator, I always align myself or yung department ko, may mga talaga kami, discussion with the project manager, the technical team. Hindi lang ako nagpe-pressure ng ano nasa isip ko. So dapat yung price ko is aligned sa method ng construction team. Kasi lalo na sa Dubai Municipality, lalo na kung if your project is more than 100 million to 1 billion, may may mga pre-contract technical presentation or workshop. Ibig sabihin, i-explain nila bakit yung pipeline mo per meter mahal. Paano mo yan? So dapat align yung method mo at saka yung pricing mo. Ipapakita nyo yun doon. This price covered ganito yung pag-cut namin, iba yung slope kasi ito yung strategy namin para papasok yung kalye, papasok yung equipment, lalakad yung tao kasi pag naka-slope or naka-stiff sa sobrang lalim, paano mo ibababa ang tao, paano madudulas yung mga other equipment. So it should always align on your construction team.
Okay, nagre-request mag-mute si Sir Alvin. Sir Louie.
Yeah. Okay. So, doon sa last na sinabi ni Sir Jeff. Tama po yun. I think Press yung isa sa magiging resultant parang magiging pwede nang gawin pa is yung kung meron tayong webinar pa about actually how do you do yung tendering most probably. Kasi yun nga binanggit ni Sir Jeff.
Sir, maganda talaga yan, Sir.
Kasi in-explain niya kung kasi marami sa atin probably hindi alam about ano ba yung components ng tendering. Binanggit actually ni Sir Jeff yung commercial submission tsaka technical submission kung paano nagtutugma actually yung kanilang mga estimating at saka paano na-presyon yung project. So ganun. Kasi masasagot na rin doon, Sir, yung mga tanong about paano ba kinonsider yung sa weather, okay? Any other events. Kasi parang understanding ko yung or naging analysis ko yung questioning na yun is more on if we lack knowledge about those procedures.
Yes, actually it's more on introduction din talaga. Yes, sir. Medyo siyempre talagang ano lang natin. Meron lagawan natin ng para magkaroon follow-up seminar, sir. Okay. Si Sir Alvin nagpapa-unmute. please.
Yes, sir. Actually, just would like to share also my opinion in
Go ahead.
related to the question dun sa isa nating kasamahan kung sino ba nagde-determine kung anong method ang gagamitin. I think it is also dependent kung ano yung hawak mo na as-built, number one, at saka yung actual, dun pumapasok yung importance ng actual inspection. Kasi before you price naman anything, you have to basically check the site. So doon mo malalaman if it is possible by, for example, as discussed by our speaker, if it is a green field siya, open yung area, pwede kang mag-excavate wider. And then pag nakita mo na medyo restricted yung area, hindi ka pwedeng maghukay ng malapad, so mapipilitan kang mag-shoring. So doon papasok yung technique and doon kayo magde-decide kung anong method yung gagamitin nyo. At sa pagpa-price nyo rin, yun yung makaka-apekto. So napaka-important nung as-built at saka nung actual inspection.
Right, that's right.
Sir. Thank you, sir. Magandang magandang point din, sir. Yes, sir. Si Sir Salibel, mag-share din yata.
And in addition lang, before Salibel, in addition, ang mga estimator sa pipeline, it is hindi lang sila one-man gang. When you estimate infrastructure, it is a collaboration of everyone. Importante sa amin ang construction team, QA/QC, mga construction manager, project engineer. Kaya sa office namin, konti lang pero napaka-busy yan. Kasi yung factor ng as you mentioned a while ago, lahat yung site condition, soil condition, method, papasok yan, and one estimator or isang estimator cannot do that. It's a team effort. Lahat ng inputs hanggang ma-align. Okay, Engineer Salibel?
Salibel po. Reflection po na. Sir Salibel?
Sir Salibel.
Sir Salibel. Siguro balikan na lang natin siya. Nawawala si Sir.
Hello, sir.
Ayun,
okay
ayun.
na ba? Ayun.
Okay na.
Okay, sir. Before, kasi I've been also working in the infrastructure like mga pipe laying. So, during the, before mag-start ang, siyempre na magte-tender, nagte-tender din ako. Then, after the tendering, ako din ang nag-execute. Yun, ang little advantage lang. Kasi, alimbawa, sir, yung during the estimation, kasi mostly, may mga past experience ka na kung how to excavate. Siyempre, ikaw pag mag-tender ka na, kinukuha mo yung pinakalis, yung pinakamura lang. Now, mostly kasi sa trenches, hindi ba may little slope lang. Just only to know na para hindi siya mag-down yung lupa. Kaya nga, the best reference, kaya hindi, best reference kasi yung mga investigation report, yung mga just only to determine kung anong klase ang lupa. So kung during the excavation mag-estimate ka na. Talagang what is only yung pinaka-minimum na yung pinaka-less na the quantity of volume yun lang yung talaga yun na yung mo as my experience before. Kasi may mga different cuts kasi pag mo sa isang soil report na talagang itong lupa na ito is parang
babagsak.
Babagsak siya. So mag-trapezoidal ka yung excavation mo. So pag kita mo parang hard, so pwede ka mag-little slope, straight mo lang. So para maano mo yung the volume of the quantity ng lupa. Yun lang, para malis. Yun lang sir, yung lang nakaano sir. Kasi yung trabaho mo, nag-tender ka, tapos during the construction, ikaw nag-construct doon sa site. So mga future projects mo, so malalaman mo na kung talagang saan ka makalis at paano kayong. Kasi siyempre, we are engineers, we are estimating economical and safe. Ayun lang, sir.
Tama, agree.
About Sir Browen, baka mayroong gustong itanong si Sir Browen. Okay, ulit ang... Okay.
Hi, Pres.
Hi, Sir. Sir, kumusta?
Pasensya na kayo may bata sa likuran ko.
Okay lang, Sir. Okay lang yan, Sir.
Kanina pa ako kinukulit eh. Takbo-takbo. Naghahabol ako ng bata rito. Thank you, Sir Jeffrey, sa time ninyo sa amin. And about sa mga questions nyo, nagiging specifics kayo masyado eh. Yung point ni Sir Jeffrey is the three key points of pipeline scope. Ginawa niya kasing kumbaga kinompress niya sa isang like yung sa pag-itemize ng bill of quantities. Ang pinapaliwanag ni Sir Jeffrey is compress all the sub-items into one main item. Kumbaga one heading lang. Kasi kung susundin mo yung SESM 3, the Civil Engineering Standard Method of Measurement, ang pipeline is composed of like 5 classes. Yung pipeline, yung accessories ng pipeline, class I yan, class J, K, up to L yata or up to M.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right, Engineer Rowan.
Yeah,
Right.
ang punto ni Sir Jeffrey is how to compress the item into one. Kaya kung tatanungin natin paano yung excavation, paano yung disposal, paano yung waste, andun na lahat yun, andun na sa isa. How to make a unit rate out of all these items and compress it into one.
Agree, yeah, that's right.
Yep.
Thank
Kasi
you.
I used to prepare tender documents myself. Ako mismo yung na-prepare ng tenders. And kasi kung ikaw ang prepare ng tender, ikaw din ang magbibigay ng preamble. Preamble of the bill of quantities. And under that preamble, andun na lahat. Andun na yung kung paano mo bibigyan ng unit rate ang bawat item. So, once you see the
ang galing-galing ng mga galing-galing ng mga Filipino consultants sa infrastructure kasi napaka-detalye talagang BOQ.
Yes.
Ang preamble, sasabihin nila na pipe should be measured or lay from the outer surface of the manhole to manhole. Doon mag-measure eh. Wow, ang galing ng mga gumagawa nito ah.
And so so kung magbe-base naman tayo sa SESM is only a guide.
Yes.
Only a guide to produce an item out of the drawings and the specifications. Guide lamang siya. Ang masusunod pa rin on how to quote or how to prepare the pricing, ang masusunod pa rin dyan kung ano yung nasa preamble.
Yeah.
Sir, gandang point nun ah. Mabigat. Yes, sir. Thank you sa
Thank you,
pag-share
sir.
ng point, sir. Ng opinion, sir.
Kaya nakakakon dito eh.
Galing.
Kaya mahirap dito. Minsan yung mga ibang QS, hindi nila sinasama yung number of hours ng labor, number of hours nung sa mga tender.
Depende na siguro sa nila.
Kaya kawawa yung mga projects kapag hindi nila in-specify kung ilang man-hours yung kakailanganin sa isang activity o kaya ilang equipment hours ang gagamitin.
They should consider all resources from manpower to equipment. Dapat ibaon nila sa yung BOQ.
Kaya malaki ang sahod ng mga estimator.
Pwede.
Actually, in regards to infrastructure or pipeline professional or estimator, nahirapan kasi kami maghanap. So like yung sa Arab Tech ako, parang weekly naghanap kami, nag-interview, nakahanap kami na Filipino rin, taga Davao, and he is expert on remote site facility at saka utilities for UN at saka US Army sa Afghanistan. So yun ang nakuha namin. So isipin mo, sa isang month makaka-interview kami 3. Tama si Sir Jeremy yung kanina, most likely mga Filipino nasa building industry, konti lang sa infrastructure. And infrastructure company din, hindi thousands, konti lang din sa Dubai. Kung nasa kami, kayang open tender, makikita mo lang pabalik-balik lang ang mga kalaban mo, nasa 11 lang kayo, 7, parang yun na lang ang nag-ooperate sa market. So it's a very tight and competitive sector, but it is as opportunity wise, magandang opportunity. Yung estimator nasa nasa 20 pataas ang infrastructures.
Ayun na. Marami nang magsiship dito.
Actually, sir,
Actually, in addition to that, sir.
sa Pilipinas, yan din yung alam mo naman sa Pilipinas, ang isang civil engineer all around muna sa Pilipinas bago pumunta ng abroad. Magsisimula yan sa tender, tapos makikipag-bidding, tapos siya pa yung in charge sa supervision until pati sa design. So, ang magandang experience sa estimation ng one talaga pag nasa DPWH ka, lahat ng items detailed, lahat ng quantities meron, kung ilang hours, equipment hours ang kailangan sa isang project, binibigay nila sa tender. Kaya magandang experience sa DPWH. Ngunit pagdating na sa construction, medyo hindi na siya magandang experience. Ayaw ko na lang sabihin kung bakit.
Anyway, sir, kasi ganito yan. Kaya ko talaga naisipan yung infrastructure is because this is one of the suggestion of Engineer Mel na Peralta na masyado na tayong napopokus sa building and construction. Magpa-seminar ka ng ng mga ibang field of specialty, kamukha nung ayun nga, special ng infrastructure, meron pang water engineering, meron pang design, may procurement. May iba't ibang specialty ang civil engineering, hindi lang sa building and construction, kaya lang doon talaga marami nag-uupugan. Kaya talagang bin-wrote out namin itong infrastructure. Kaya tanong nyo, unang dalawang webinar is infrastructure kasi ito yung naano natin, na overlook natin. Especially sa Pilipinas, ngayon talagang boom ang infrastructure. Kaya lang karamihan ng mga engineers natin, well skilled nila sa building and construction. So talagang itong kailangan natin as of the moment. Talagang kailangan natin yung mga bagong engineers. So kung akong tatanungin nila, they better try to look on other field of specialty ng engineering. Nandiyan naman yung water engineering, yung geotechnical. So I guess doon konti pa yung competition doon. Unlike sa building, talagang nandun lahat, karamihan.
And in addition, as sa diagram ng quantity surveying, estimation, pre-contract, post-contract, very advantage sa akin yung nakikita ko nasa pedestal talaga, high pedestal mga Filipino kasi sa ang ibang kasi countries, ang quantity surveying nila is may school sila or isang specific education. So sa atin, as civil engineer, marunong pa tayo ng QS, marunong pa tayo sa practical engineering method. So very advantage sa mga company yung naghahanap ngayon sa infrastructure na gusto nila Filipino civil engineers. Isipin mo, hindi lang quantify, kahit engineering technicalities alam nila. So advantage sa kanila. Kaya now infrastructure company are looking for Filipino engineers.
Okay.
And don't worry, kung may opportunity sa amin sa mga sa mga network, I'm gonna reach out kay Sir Jeremy and ipopost natin sa sa PICE.
Yes, sir. Salamat. Okay. Anyhow, I guess okay na ba tayo? Thank you, sir. Thank you, Sir Melchor. Lumabas na si Sir Melchor. So, any other suggestions or comments or questions? Sir Broven, Sir Salibel? Okay na po tayo? Okay na tayo? Yun, meron pang isang si Sir Broven. Yan. Okay, Sir Broven.
Magbibigay lang ako ng advice sa mga civil engineers. Kung gusto nyong lumawak talaga yung experience at lumaki yung network ninyo, try to learn as much as possible. Mas maraming software kayong alam. Estimating software or designing software, planning software. Mas lalawak yung network ninyo at mas lalaki yung chance ninyong makapasok sa ibang field. Kung gusto nyo mag-shift sa ibang field, kung lang yan, option lang yan. Kasi yan ang naging experience ko dito sa Australia. Pagdating ko rito, halos walang gumagamit ng Primavera.
Oh.
Parang ganon. Parang ganon yung
Okay,
situation.
mga Pilipino, karamihan, marami sa Primavera, sakto.
Kasi galing ako sa Middle East, galing tayo dyan, almost all local companies or even international companies na naka-base dyan sa UAE are using Primavera for project planning and control. Yes, and then pagpunta ko dito sa Australia, sa lahat ng mga in-applyan kong companies, they don't prefer Primavera as a software for project planning and control. Kaya yung qualification ko, underqualified ako. It doesn't mean I'm not qualified, but I'm underqualified kasi yung software na alam ko, hindi siya applicable sa pinuntahan kong lugar. Parang gano'n yung sitwasyon. Kaya, so, regardless of the location man or situation, kung gusto nyo lumawak yung scope ng inyong specialties, if you wanna go to estimating, you need to learn. Ang dami nung pinakita ni Sir Jeffrey na softwares kanina, at least one or two of those softwares, kung mapag-aralan natin, mainam. Yun lang. Salamat.
Tama, agree.
Well, next webinar, software tayo eh. Susunod.
May question si Sir Alvin.
Sir Alvin?
Oh, may question siya sa akin. Nag-pop up lang, pakibasa ulit na wala eh.
Sir Browen, anong CE specialization ang commonly in demand sa Australia currently?
Currently kasi very booming na booming dito ang road infrastructure projects, road tunneling.
Saktong-sakto.
And yeah. Yun ang andun ngayon yung ang budget ngayon ng government ng Australia is nakatutok sa civil works, civil infrastructure, road, especially on roads, underground tunnels, underground road constructions. So, by specialty, yun, boom pa rin. Marami ditong engineers na karamihan na nakita ko sa mga HR agents dito. Most job postings are structural designers, civil civil works, structural. Tapos pagdating naman sa project management, project engineers, site engineers. But mostly na napapansin ko is more on structural designs.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much sa info.
Pagdating kasi sa quantity surveying, kapag Filipino civil engineer ka coming from overseas na wala kang experience of quantity surveying dito sa Australia, hindi ka basta-basta makapasok sa network dito kasi meron sila yung AICQS, Australian Institute of Certified Quantity Surveyors, na kailangan member ka doon or ano bang tawag doon, affiliated ka doon or dapat may ticket ka or ano bang tawag doon?
Member ka.
Yeah, affiliated ka sa AICQS. Yep. Which is QS is also a degree here in Australia. Kagaya ng sabi ni Sir Jeffrey kanina. Profession siya rito, degree siya.
Anything else po? Anything else? Okay na tayo? Okay na tayo? I guess okay na yun. Gagawa na tayo ng follow-up follow-up seminar din dito.
Subsea pipeline, twin pipeline, multi-pipeline, micro-tunneling.
Ayun. Yung mga mabibigat. Yung magpo-focus siya sa isang topic lang talaga na halimbawa, yun nga, sa tunneling. Ano yung ginagawa namin sa tunneling? Yun lang, di ba? Ganon, siguro. So, Pero bago tayo magtapos, sir, just in case, sandali. Okay. Thank you, Sir Browen. Akala ko may bagong Meron tayong ipe-present na na certificate na ito, sir, i-send sa'yo by email. Ito po yung certificate of nyo sa Certificate of Appreciation is
Thank you.
hereby given to Engineer Jeffrey J. Alonso for facilitating the seminar for webinar lecture series entitled Practical Guide on Estimating Pipeline Works Onshore, conducted this 19th of June 2020 at 1 to 4 p.m. through Zoom cloud meeting application. Signed by Engineer Richard Henrado, co-ed chairman, and Engineer Danny Sukam, 2020 secretary, and yours truly, Jeremy Jola po.
Thank you.
Maraming salamat po, sir. At before that, hindi po natin alam, meron pong nanalo ulit today. Yung ang unang nagpa-register sa sa webinar na to ay si Engineer Patrick Sagit. So mananalo siya ng PICE jacket. And our speaker will have also our new 2020 PICE jacket din na mapapibigay sa iyo. Once nagbukas na yung border, natin kasi pag lumabas ako mapunta ng Abu Dhabi, hindi ako makakabalik. Kayo na yung nangyari ngayon. So, yun ang restriction ngayon. Dati, hindi pwedeng lumabas. Ngayon, pwedeng lumabas, hindi pwedeng pumasok. So, sir, darating tong jacket na to sa'yo after I guess, this coming week is mag-o-open na uli yung border natin. Pasok ng Abu Dhabi. So, ako na mismo personally ang mag-aatid sa'yo. So, today, last week we have 2 jackets na nanalo. Today we have 1 to Engineer Patrick Sagit. So black jacket pro from PICE to tapos yung seminar natin, yung sa natin, speaker natin. Ito sir, suit ko na sir. Ay hindi. Siyempre bago yung So before we end up, kasi last week meron nagtatanong po sa equivalency. So I guess I have to share a little very short time lang sa equivalency kasi ngayon, nag-uumpugan na tayo dito. So, hatakan na ngayon ipababa ang qualification niya kasi muunti tayo mga civil engineers. Anong pinaka magre-reinforce sa qualification mo ngayon is the certificate of equivalency. Kasi yung mga mostly ngayon, mga companies, sinahanapan ka ng certificate of equivalency para makapagkaroon siya ng window para sa transaction sa labas, sa government. Especially pagkuha ng mga certification. So, yun ang anak ni Sir Louie. Anyhow, share ko lang po to. Very short lang po. Wait. Wala. Dali. Dali lang sir, open ko lang. Naipangako ko to last week na kasi hinahanapan kasi karamihan gustong kumuha ng mga certification. Ngayon karamihan kasi ng certification sa UAE, hinahanapan nila ng certificate of equivalency. Okay. Let's share the screen. Sabihin ko lang yung main requirement. Hindi ko napapasadaan ng maliliit. So, yung pinaka-summary na lang. Okay. We have 6 steps po para sa pagkuha ng Certificate of Equivalency. So, most of us have this one. Number 1. Di po ba meron na tayong attested college degree sa pagkuha ng mga visa natin, pagpasok natin sa UAE? So, attested college degree, red ribbon po. But now, we don't have any more red ribbon. meron na lang po tayong apostil. Apostil na po yung tawag sa Red Ribbon ngayon. Apostil na lang. So, kaya lang, para sa mga other sa mga nag-graduate 20 years ago, after more than 20 years, hindi na po kailangan nila ng high school degree attestation. Ngayon, doon sa mga bago, na less than 20 years, kailangan po nito. But there are cases po na hinahanapan pa rin po kahit more than 20 years na po. So, kailangan, to be safe, we better to have our high school degree or secondary degree na ma-attest din. Number 2, endorsement letters of high school and bachelor's degree. Nagagawin po ng school natin, meron po tayong template yan, isesend ko po sa inyo, tapos isesend po directly yan sa Philippine Embassy, Abu Dhabi. Number 3, PRC Good Standing and Certificate of Board Passing, isesend din po sa Philippine Embassy. Ito pong mga yung endorsement ng high school at saka bachelor's degree and PRC Good Standing and Certificate of Board Rating to be sent by courier po. Hindi po pwedeng personal. Or otherwise, your application will be rejected by the Philippine Embassy. Number 4, your endorsement letters from high school and bachelor's degree and PRC, gagawa rin po ng 3 endorsement letter ang Philippine Embassy pag dumating na po itong 3 endorsement letter from the Philippines. Number 5, kailangan po natin to valid passport. Natural, meron tayo ba? Siyempre, kailangan more than 6 months, tapos Emirates IT, at saka first stamp of entry sa UAE. Kailangan po yan. There are cases na hindi po siya hinahanap, pero to be sure, kung nandyan pa yung old passport nyo nung pagpasok nyo ng UAE, better secure it. Number 6, create account on Ministry of Education website and apply to the nearest MOE office. Yan po yung mga steps na gagawin natin. This slide will be sent to you including sample attachment para hindi po kayo mahirapan. Ito po yung pinaka-summary ng requirement ng certificate. Plus, be sure you have the certificate of board examination. Dalhin nyo na rin po kasi lately hinahanap na rin po. Dati PRC ID lang. Pagdating mo ng Ministry of Education office, hinahanapan ka ng PRC ID. Ngayon hindi na. So hinahanapan ka ng certificate of board passing or yung katunayan, yung tatandaan nung pumasa kayo, tapos may litrato sa bandang ibabaw, upper right corner. Yun po. And then, pag natapos nyo na po yan, ito na po yung certificate of equivalency. O, ganyan po yung itsura niya. So, hindi ko lang po talaga i-zoom kasi meron mga nakasulat na So, ito lang po. This one to be shared to all attendees today and the last week attendees para mas maintindihan nila pati yung slides and samples. Yun lamang po.
However, if you don't provide the hygiene factors,
Anyway, Sir Louis, Sir Bernie, Sir Browen, and all other attendees. Sir Jeff, any other parting words po?
Parting words. Well, as all of you guys, the leaders here, as you mentioned a while ago, that you need to find something more specific and might be more advanced, like learning a specific software or being expert on a certain field. You filter yourself, wait, whatever skill and knowledge you have as you go on to this career path, and you're gonna find out one line career path and you're gonna be expert on that one. So again, thank you for the PICE UAE BOD, to the officer, to the leaders, and to the guests and the participants who joined this second webinar. It's been a pleasure, and see you someday after this epidemic. And thank you. Again, thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you.
Sir Louie, ano po? Meron po kayo sasabihin? Sir Louie?
Hello po.
Opo.
Okay. Lang po, Pres, pasalamat lang sa lahat ng members ng Board of Directors this year for having this event. And for all the attendance din, at sana na may circulate pa natin more sa mga kasamahan natin at ma-invite din natin sila, yung mga hindi pa talaga officially member ng PICE UAE, obviously, yung mga taga-UAE, encourage po natin magiging mas effective po tayo dito sa virtual na process ng ship, ng communication at saka ng CPD implementation. Yung ating itong ating mga lectures or seminar series. So maraming salamat po sa lahat.
Salamat
po.
Sir Browen?
Kagaya ng sinabi Hello? Narinig
Okay,
niyo na
sir.
ako?
Okay, sir.
Kagaya ng sabi ng Sir Louie, thank you sa number 1 sa PICE UAE or officers continuing volunteering effort ninyo kahit na may pandemic tayo. Ginawa nyo ng paraan para ma-reach pa rin ninyo ang mga members. Maraming salamat sa effort ninyo. Kay Sir Jeffrey, maraming salamat sa pag-share ng knowledge ninyo, ng inyong specialty. Marami kayong natulungan sa araw na ito. Lahat ng bagay na binahagi ninyo sa araw na ito ay nakatulong para sa ating mga members. Lalo na yung mga members natin na nag-iisa nakakulong sa kwarto.
Yes, dami. Thank you, sir. Thank you po. Sir Mel? Thank you, Sir Rowan. Sir Mel?
Oy, maraming salamat sa inyo. Kita tayo ulit. Maski sa ganitong paraan, it's okay na rin.
Yes. Madaling magkita-kita. Madaling magkaroon ng
norms, bagong norm. And of course...
Sir Mel, I miss you.
Oy, sa buhay, congrats ha. Papalaki ka na. So yeah, okay. Ingat lang. Ingat always. Ewan ko, pero dito kasi medyo nakakagala na kami, pero tumataas ang rate ng yung mga COVID victims.
Opo.
So, kayo, importante kayo dyan mag-ingat. Malayo na kayo sa mga, alam mo na, malayo sa pamilya. And of course, happy Father's Day to all. Oh, Sir Browen, father na.
Yes, sa wakas.
Sa wakas.
Okay. Thank you. Same nights. Congrats sa
Umahabol,
night.
sir. Umahabol po.
Sir Bernie.
Okay, Sir Jeremy and the member of the Board of Directors, salamat po for having us here, taking this chance to witness the second webinar. And for all the attendees, salamat po sa pag-support again sa PICE UAE. And let us consider this an opportunity na kahit may lockdown, let us not drag ourselves na hindi matuto. And this new normal give us the opportunity na ma-enhance lalo ang ating learning experience and maputol yung bridge ng pag-connect natin sa mga kapwa natin even in Australia and Philippines. Salamat Sir Jeremy for this chance and hopefully looking forward again.
We will have again on July 3, most probably this TECLA software.
Okay.
Structural analysis. So I guess this will be a very interesting topic. And then mundanely, do you have anything to say? Okay. Sige, Mandeli.
Yes po.
Meron kang sasabihin?
Happy Father's Day to everyone.
Happy Father's Day.
Wala kang mic.
Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat, to all attendees, Sir Jeff, Vice President, Sir
Thank
Mel.
you.
I am pleased to see you, Sir Bruin. Matagal tayong hindi nagkita, so next webinar po. To all attendees, to all BODs, maraming salamat. Stay safe po. Maraming salamat sa inyo. God bless you po.